Is there a question that anybody would like to put to John at this stage?
I have one.
Fine, thank you. Hang on a second. Let me get a microphone to you. Thanks very much indeed. Would you like to introduce yourself if you'd like to? Thanks.
Thank you. Hello, my name's Lisa Prager. I ran last time in the mayoral race. At that time, John was on the campaign trail and he promised open, transparent and accountable cost-benefit analysis for the money that was being spent at the time in Auckland City. John, why have you never delivered on that promise?
I believe we have delivered on that promise.
Where's the proof, John?
We've undertaken more capital works in Auckland than ever before under this 3 years of my second term at Auckland City. We've got many projects around integrated public transport, cleaning up the beaches, wastewater separation, sewerage, buses, all sorts of transport. We've worked well with Wellington, we've engaged with Wellington. We've taken about $400 million off the 10-year budget that I inherited. My office alone, I spent less than $90,000, it's cost $90,000 a year, less than my predecessor to run. We're going to have a policy going forward where all expenses from all elected membership will be put on the website as a policy every 3 months, so there is openness and accountability. At Auckland City we've been prudent, we've had affordable progress and we've made great progress.
Fine, thank you very much indeed. Now, turning to our third candidate, Andrew, your vision for Auckland, please.
Kia ora, Ron. I'm also pleased to say my son came to Unitec here and it's great to be back. He just completed 5 years of architecture and I enjoyed coming here as well. Can I just say that's part of being the future of Auckland, the education around Auckland. We want to make sure that Auckland is an educated city, that we give every advantage to our young people coming through and we have a vision to take them through and provide jobs in the future. A whole part of this revitalisation of Auckland has to include economic development, so we provide the prosperity to then provide the jobs for our young coming through. But at the same time, Rod, I want to see a vision about making this a good city in terms of transport. So everyone says, yes, we have a good transport system. At the moment, we don't. It's getting there, but we don't. I want a good city where everyone says, this is a good place because it's dynamic, things are happening, it's connected, and we're doing things. At the moment, it's all a bit fragmented and we're not getting that. I want a good city where the environment and the harbour is really cherished and where every Aucklander says, I'm proud of living in Auckland because it's a clean, green city and we actually do love our place. I want people in the South Island to be proud of Auckland as well. I hate it when I hear people in the South Island say, oh, those jolly Aucklanders. I want to turn Auckland into a city where people say from all over New Zealand, hey, Auckland is a great place. So my vision for Auckland is let's get it all together, let's work together from Pukekohe all the way up to Wellsford, from out at Helensville right out to the Gulf Islands. Let's come together. We know everyone doesn't agree with it. I didn't agree with it myself. But it's here, we've got to put up with it. So let's come together and let's say, let's bring all the people together and say, we all are going to be under this Auckland banner. Let's all pull together and see how great we can make this city.
Fine, thank you very much. A round of applause for Andrew, please. A question of Andrew. Anybody like to put a question? Yes, a lady here, a microphone to her. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy Taylor. It's interesting what you've just said because we heard from Judge Salmon the other night that the reason we have a super city is because the mayors couldn't work together. We do have things happening in Auckland, but maybe if the mayors had got together as a team, which is what you're talking about now, we wouldn't be here today. So, interesting.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, no, please do.
Well, the answer is because, of course, the previous mayors all went off down to Wellington to call for a super city because there was so much haggling going on. So it has been a historic thing. And you will remember they all flew off down to Wellington and then it got kicked for touch. Then the Labour government called for a Royal Commission of Inquiry into Auckland. I then became the mayor, and can I just say, the current mayors I actually think have worked in a very collegial manner. The mayoral forum, and it's worked very, very well. And quite frankly, a lot of the stuff you're seeing around Auckland at the moment, a lot of the stuff that's rolling out, all the improvements in the motorways, the improvements at Spaghetti Junction, a lot of the big stuff, the public transport has been because the mayors, on behalf of their councils, have actually been working quite well together. So a lot of it is actually media driven, where they say we don't get on. We actually get on very well and things are happening.
Let me just ask a follow-up question, though, of the three incumbent mayors. So you as a group have got on better than your predecessors have done, and the mayoral forum is indeed working better.
I would say so. We have very, very good sessions together.
But would that have been enough, or will there be greater benefits from the new structure that we could have never achieved through the likes of the existing structure in the mayoral forum?
Look, I mean, Andrew's right to the extent that we were able to conclude, for example, across the region, a one plan document that was about infrastructure and community development. That was sort of an original document, and certainly the first at a regional level, with all of the leadership agreeing. But I think it's pretty evident from the change that the real potential for significant infrastructure build coming off a single vision, collaborative leadership, inclusive of the whole community. I think there's an opportunity for step change in Auckland that we will take, and so perhaps going beyond where we've been thus far.
Fine, thanks. John?
In 1927, Brisbane became a super city when 26 local councils joined for one super city. On every single economic indicator, Brisbane outperforms its sister city, Auckland. The GDP per capita, as you would know, Rod, in Queensland is 40% higher than it is in the Auckland region. We have to make this work. We need economic benefits, growth, jobs and prosperity for our people that are coming here. I think one voice, one song sheet and one tune will work. In 1912, the great Mayor of Auckland, C.J. Parr, had a meeting at Hopetown Alpha, and they amalgamated about 6 local authorities, including Ponsonby, Arch Hill and others. That was nearly 100 years ago. We've been talking about this for a long time. We'll sing with one voice, with one song sheet and one tune. We'll be able to get things done. But it is true that the mayoral forum this term has worked very, very well together, particularly on the very vexed subject of leaky homes and reconciling all of that for the victims.
Fine, thank you very much indeed.